Hi, friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I want to share with you something very personal, something that I don't hear people talk about very often, and that is how raising my children bilingually has helped me as a parent maintain and even expand my native language. I know that most of the time when we talk about bilingual parenting, we focus on what it does for the child, how it's very helpful for them to know two languages, how it connects them with their heritage, and the different ways that it opens up more opportunities. But honestly, I've discovered that this journey is as much a blessing for me as it is for them, and it's been a learning process. So today I want to share the 7 main ways that speaking Portuguese with my kids has helped me to hold on to my native language and how it's also helped me to grow in it. If you're a bilingual parent, I hope this encourages you. And if you're thinking about raising your kids bilingually, but you're worried that maybe your own language skills aren't strong enough, I hope that this video gives you hope because the journey itself can be one of growth for you too. The first thing is very simple but powerful. So, daily use of the language keeps fluency alive. I've lived in an English speaking country for years now. And without my kids, I think that my Portuguese would have slowly faded into the background. Sure, I would use it here and there with family and maybe some friends, but nothing would be very consistent. Speaking Portuguese with my kids every single day forces me to stay active in the language. I have to think in Portuguese, respond in Portuguese, and I need to explain things in Portuguese all the time. That daily habit is what keeps my fluency sharp and prevents me from slipping fully into English, which would be pretty easy to do. Second, my kids have helped me relearn words that I had forgotten. You know how kids are. They're curious about everything. They ask about animals and plants and the weather and colors and emotions and all sorts of random little things. And so many times I've realized, wow, I haven't used that word in years. Or I've had to stop and actually look it up because I just didn't know the right word in Portuguese anymore. It's been such a gift to rediscover parts of my own language that were rusty or even buried, all thanks to the little questions and conversations I have with my own kids. Third, I've been broadening my vocabulary in areas that I never really used Portuguese before. As a kid, I didn't have to talk about things like homeschooling methods and discipline strategies or emotional intelligence or even how to manage a household. But now, as a parent, I need to express these things. And because I want to use Portuguese with my children, I've been learning how to talk about these grown up topics in my native language. It's really expanded my vocabulary and made me realize that language learning is a lifelong process, even in your own first language. And that's a lesson I want my children to take away as well. The fourth way is something I didn't expect. So, speaking Portuguese with my kids has strengthened my own emotional connection with the language. Portuguese is the language of my childhood, the language that my parents used when they comforted me and when they disciplined me and when they laughed with me. It's the language of home and heart. So when I use Portuguese with my own children, it's not just about words, it's about sharing my culture, my memories, and my love. It connects me to my own roots in a way that feels very emotional and meaningful. And I lost both of my parents already, so that makes using Portuguese at home that much more significant for me. My kids feel that warmth, they feel that connection, and they see Portuguese as part of our family identity. Fifth, I get to practice storytelling, reading, and singing in Portuguese. And let me tell you, that's a huge, huge help. When I read aloud, I work on my expressive language, on my pronunciation, I work on rhythm. When I sing songs or tell bedtime stories, I'm playing creatively with the language, not just using it in a dry and functional way. So these playful and artistic uses of Portuguese keep my own skills fresh and make me a better and more confident speaker. And they create beautiful memories with my kids. Sixth, raising my kids bilingually has made me so much more intentional about my own language use. Before, I could go days or even weeks without actively seeking out Portuguese media or conversations. But now I'm always on the lookout for good Portuguese books, songs, cartoons, podcasts, not just for my kids, but for myself, so that I can keep modeling good language for them. It's made me more connected to the broader Portuguese speaking world, and it's fueled my own growth as a language user. And finally, when I model and explain language to my kids, I become so much more aware of my own Portuguese. Sometimes I have to stop and think, wait, how do I say that clearly? Or what's the best way to explain this? And sometimes I'll catch myself making a mistake and needing to correct it right there on the spot. This reflection sharpens my awareness of grammar, vocabulary, clear expression in my native language. It's like I'm getting little language lessons every day just by being a parent. So, those are the 7 main ways that raising my kids bilingually has helped me maintain and expand my Portuguese. It's the daily use, the relearning of forgotten words, broadening adult vocabulary. It's strengthened the emotional connection I have with the language, the practicing of storytelling and songs, building intentional habits, as well as reflecting on my own language use. This journey, it's been such a gift. It's not just for my children, but for me. It keeps my native language alive, it deepens our family bonds, and it helps me keep growing as a person. So that's it. I would love to hear from you. If you're raising bilingual kids, how has it shaped you as the parent? Please share in the comments. And if you found this video helpful or encouraging, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and maybe even share it with someone who's also raising their child bilingually. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.